States to develop the first atomic bomb.
Yeah. So it was the first atomic bomb during the Second World War. On 16 July 1945, this Manhattan experiment was conducted, and the scientist who led these experiments are Robert Julius Oppenheimer, a German by birth and who was settled in United States of America. Then, that is what he said about India. I'll show you a small video in which Oppenheimer has talked about the importance of Bhagavad Gita and what he got from the Bhagavad Gita. There is a small video, you can take it up. Go to the presentation, yeah, or Oppenheimer video is there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In the dead silence of the morning, at 5:29:45 Mountain War time, the Jornada del Muerto was bathed in an intense flash of a light that man had only seen from the stars.
So this is Robert Julius Oppenheimer who talked about this thing. If you want to see what exactly he has said, you can just go through slides and make it into a PowerPoint. Yeah, this is what he said in the end. I mean, you must have seen the video of this thing. That's what he said. Now I have become the destroyer, he says, because he takes this thing pick from the Bhagavad Gita of chapter 12 and chapter 11 and Soka 12. This is again because people like Robert Julius Oppenheimer, people like Albert Einstein, they also made references to the contributions made by India towards the achievements what they have done in the world. Next. This is what is the Manhattan site. If you want to go, and it's called Trinity, you can go and see this particular memorial built there. Yeah. Next. I mean, if you see, there are many doctors. Again, we had the Ayurveda. This the basic thing has started from India again. Now again, switching back to Ayurveda. Few patents are being taken in US also. So the origin of Ayurveda is from India. Next. Again, Sushruta was the father of surgery. If you know, he is the father of surgery. He used to do surgery. I'll show you the implements also what he used to use. Next. So these are the implements which he used to use to do the surgery. So he used to do the best of the surgeries. Yeah. This is yoga. All of you might have observed 21st June as the yoga day. How many of you have actually participated? Children. These two are these are the power to change next generation. This is my concentration. How many of you participated in yoga? Yes, there is a boy there. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. So I came here from India and I participated in International Day of Yoga. In the evening we had a function in Lincoln Hall where Sri Ravi Shankar was here from the Art of Living Foundation and we participated in that. So again this yoga is from India. Next. The origin is almost 5000 BC and now The documentation of yoga is between 2000 BC to 300 AD. There is a good amount of documentation. The Patanjali Yoga Shastra is there, that also is, origin is from India. Next. And again, this is Mark Twain who has said this about India. India is the land of religions, cradle of human race, birthplace of human speech, grandmother of legend, great-grandmother of tradition, the land that all men desire to see, and having seen once, even by a glimpse, would not give that glimpse for the shows of the rest of the globe combined. This is what Mark Twain said. So Mark Twain also visited India. He was not put out by the washrooms and the traffic. He saw many things in the country. So that's why he said there are so many things in that country to see. I mean, that's what is Mark Twain said about it. Yes. This is about various things India used to export to different countries. These are the various things, mostly the spices, the oil, all those things, turmeric, all these things, the copper vessels. These were the things used to be exported by India to the rest of the world. Next. I mean, we have meditation and renunciation, ahimsa, the non-violence, who everyone talks about. Even Nelson Mandela talks about non-violence. The origin, the man, is Mahatma Gandhi. And we have religious tolerance. These are the things about this. Next. This is what Barack Obama said about India. When he visited India, this is what the US President Barack Obama, he said about it. India not only opened our minds, she expanded our moral imaginations with religious texts that still summon the faithful to lives of dignity and discipline, with poet who imagined a future where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, and with a man whose message of love and justice endures, the father of your nation, Mahatma Gandhi. This is what Barack Obama, when he visited India, he talked about the country. Yeah. So these are the few facts which I want to give to the children especially. We have this 5,000 years of civilization there. There are about 325 languages and so many dialects, 18 official languages, 30 states and 5 union territories. We have area of 3.28 million kilometers, 7,526 kilometers of coastline, 1 billion, almost 1.2 billion population in the year 2011. World's largest democracies in 67 years. Secular constitution, 4th largest economy, and it is the fastest growing IT superpower also. Next. So these are some more facts about the country. 7th nuclear power in the world, 5th largest economy, 2nd largest populated country, of course. Indian Railways is the biggest employer in the world, 4th nation in the world to have developed a nuclear submarine, 5th nation in the world to be in the multi-billion-dollar super commerce business, 4th nation in the world for developing nearly the ICBM, ballistic missiles, and 3rd nation in the world to be able to develop land-based and sea-based cruise missiles. Yeah, so this is what is India. Now again, coming back to the country, there are many problems in that country also. So now as the youth of that country, or maybe parents also, we all should see that whatever is the problems that India is facing, we should be able to show them some way, how to come out of this. The major problem is the population. The next major problem is the corruption. So these are the two things which need to change. And also sincerity in service. And having a feeling of a nation. The patriotism is missing. Majority of the people want to exploit the situation. Majority of the people want to make money at the cost of others. The concept of service is missing. So all these things put together, if we can again inculcate, especially in the children, definitely I think we can get back the old glory to our country. So that is the endeavor which I came here to study how this country is progressing and what are the good and positive points about here. and how best we can get them back to the nation. That is the thing. And because the Kinnara Foundation, what we have seen here, this is what is the basic attitude of an Indian, helping others. It is like service. This is the concept. If you see a small girl of 3-year-old, because of the illness she died, she is no more with us. So we want to see that such type of children should not suffer in their life. So that's why these people came together and they started contributing. I have worked closely with Kinnara Foundation and also the Thalassemia and Sickle Cell Foundation in Hyderabad. There is a foundation there. Actually, you have to go and see that hospital. I go and see there. I find small infant kids, 5 months, 6 months children, suffering from thalassemia, is that they don't get this red blood cells produced in their bone marrows. So every 15 days or 1 month you have to change the blood or you have to inject new blood. When I went to that hospital, small children, 6 months old, 9 month old, with those things, a saline or the needle pierced into their body, and they were comfortably sleeping. Because every 15 days they have to undergo the same ordeal. So they got used to it. So they were sleeping. I mean, I can't imagine myself putting a needle and sleeping like that. But see the small children. So all the people together we joined, and there is a generous man by name Vasudha Foundation, Mr. Venkat Ramaraju. When I took him there, showed him this is the fate of these young children, immediately he gave a check for 1 crore rupees. I mean, this is what is the generosity what people have. If you like to see the suffering of your neighbor as your suffering, then automatically all these problems in the world will disappear. We need to see the sufferings of a neighbor or your person as your sufferings. I tell you a small story. This is for children, a small story. Are you ready? Hope you are following because I may not pronounce like you. Yeah, but I think I am able to communicate with you. A small school girl was there. Her name is Sindhu. One day she comes back from the school and she doesn't eat food. Her father gets perturbed. Why this child Sindhu is not taking the food? So he asks her. Then she asks her father, give me a promise. Then only I'll eat. The father says, okay, at the most she will ask me to take her out, maybe to get her some sweets or something like that. The father says, okay, I promise whatever you want I'll give you, but eat the food. The girl eats, Sindhu. Then she asks the father, now, can I tell you what I want? The father says, okay, tell me. Then the girl says, take me to a salon and remove all my hair. Get me tonsure. That means remove my hair. The father gets surprised because the girl is having such a beautiful hair. But the girl says no. The father tries to persuade her. I mean, why don't you ask something else? I mean, tomorrow, with all the hair removed, if you go to the school, all people will play fun with you. But the girl was so adamant. She says, no, I have to get it done by any cost. So the father tried his level best, but he failed. Finally, he takes her to a salon and tonsures her. I mean, gets her tonsured. That means all the hair is removed. So the next day, the father takes Sindhu to the school and he drops her there. And he starts waiting there because he knows that the moment she goes to the class, other children are going to play fun with her and she will come back. So he was waiting in front of the school gate. Now, another car comes there, from which another boy gets down. So that fellow also is without hair. His head is also tonsured. So that boy goes inside and Sindhu was waiting there and this boy's name is Vamsi. So Vamsi goes and meets Sindhu, both of them go to the school. Now, from the car, mother of Vamsi gets down and tells father of Sindhu, your daughter is so good, so concerned. I mean, the father could not make head and tail of it. What is this? Getting tonsured is, what is the concern? I mean, he was so totally puzzled. He looks at her. Then she says, yesterday your daughter came to our house. Sindhu came to our house. The boy whom you are seeing there, Vamsi, he is suffering for blood cancer. He is a patient of blood cancer. And he is undergoing chemotherapy cycles. Because of this chemotherapy, the boy lost all his hair. So the school students were teasing him. So that's why Vamsi stopped going to the school. So yesterday your daughter came to our house and asked Vamsi, why are you not coming to the school? The boy said, see, all my hair has gone. That's why I am unable to attend the school. Then Sindhu says, don't worry. I'll give you company from tomorrow. So she goes home, gets her hair removed, and next day morning she comes to school and gives company to Vamsi. These are the qualities which we require to be inculcated in our children. It is concern for the others. It is the concern what we have for others. Because this boy, my friend, is suffering, so I should contribute something. I should help him. I should be part of his problems. If we develop such type of habits, definitely I think you have the power to change, and the next generation is going to change the world. There is no doubt. So this is what is a small introduction I have given. Now the pattern is going to be like the children will come here and they will present their paper, and then on that I'll give my opinion or give my feedback. Then from the audience also, if any one of you want to make some contribution, you can also give. Because majority of the topics they have written about India. So in case they want to have the change in India, and in case some of the suggestions which can come from the audience also, maybe 2-3 suggestions per topic, then finally at the end of the session, we'll come up with an action plan. Otherwise, we come, we gather, we meet and we leave. But for every meeting, let us have an action plan to be implemented, maybe after a year, or when the next Canara's meeting takes place. Let us see what are the suggestions we have made and to what extent we could implement them. That will be the pattern. So let us start. Anisha, we'll start? Yeah. Thank you very much.